Hi everyone and welcome back to LP Maths. Today what we're going to be doing is looking at the equation of a straight line, and this is for the National 4 course. So just going to get stuck in. The equation of a straight line always has the same form. It can be rearranged in different ways, but ultimately the equation of a straight line is of the form y is equal to mx plus c. That probably means nothing to you, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down what each part of this equation is. So to start with, we have y. Y is nice and easy. It is the y coordinate. Then similarly, we have x being the x coordinate. The two things which make the straight line a bit more interesting is this m and c. So what are these things? Now, if you're doing the National 4 course in order of outcomes and whatnot, then you might already know what m is. If not, don't worry, I also have a video on what the gradient is, and you can look at that on my YouTube channel, LP Maths. So m is the gradient, and that basically tells us how steep or how shallow a slope is. Okay, and the final thing we need to look at is c. C is a brand new concept no matter what you're doing. So it basically tells us where the graph cuts the y-axis, and this is called the y-intercept. And I'll just put underneath it, that is where graph cuts the y-axis. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the gradient from the graph. So the first thing to do that is we pick 2 points that are clearly on the graph. So ones which are exactly on a sort of midpoint for 4 boxes. So I'm going to choose this one here and this one here. I could choose any one of the points on this line. I could have chosen here, 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 or here. But yeah, it's just as long as it's any 2 points which are easy to define, and that makes it nice and easy. This point here is 1, 3, and this point here is going to be 4, 6. And what we do now is we form a right angle triangle so we can count the vertical and horizontal boxes. So I'll just do this in a different colour just now so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Going across and coming down. There's my wee right angle triangle. I can now count how many boxes are going across. So that's 1, 2, 3. That is 3 on the horizontal. It is also 3 in the vertical. So now what we can do is we can use our formula. M is equal to vertical over horizontal. That is equal to 3 over 3, which is 1. So that's quite nice. Okay, to finish off, what we're going to do is we're going to find the C value. The C value is where the graph cuts the y-axis. I've already pointed this out, as you can see on the diagram. And our C value is always related to the Y value in the graph, okay? So C is basically the part that's not got X attached to it, okay? So that is at this point here, which is 0, 2. So the C value is equal to plus 2, okay? And what we need to do now is the equation of the line. Equation of the line is of the form y is equal to mx plus c. We know already, through the working that we've done, that m is equal to 1 and that c is equal to plus 2. All we need to do is we need to put this into our equation. So if m is 1, I don't actually need to write 1x. We can just write x. And c is plus 2, so I'm going to put in plus 2. So this line is equal to x plus 2. Okay, so a quick example for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by finding the gradient. I've picked out my 2 points already, which are easily identifiable in the graph. So the y value is 0 here, and the x value is 4. 6, 7, 8. So this is going to be 8 on the x-axis and 2 in the y. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make that right angle triangle, which I'm going to have to make a wee bit thicker down here just so you can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, so we now need to be able to count the boxes across and up. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 boxes going along, and up there is 2. M is equal to the vertical over the horizontal. The vertical number is 2. The horizontal number is 4. That we can simplify by dividing by 2 top and bottom, and we get a half. Next thing we need to do is we need to find that y-intercept. So that is the point where the graph cuts the y-axis. So that is the point which is here, okay? So that is going to be 0 because for the y-axis, if it's cutting the y-axis, it's got to be 0 for the x value. And we've got a -1, -2. So it's easy enough for us to say c is equal to -2. We know that the equation of a line is of the form y is equal to mx plus c. The y and x stay as they are, and we need to put in the m and the c values. And in this case, m is equal to half, so I just put that in front of x, half x, and c is -2. So it would be plus -2, but as we all know, a plus and a minus ends up being a minus overall. So it's y is equal to a half x minus 2. Hope that's been useful for you. Please subscribe to my video if you found this useful. It's LP Maths is the channel, and I hope to see you again soon.